Let's tap on loneliness. Everyone's been there. You've been lonely because maybe you don't have a soulmate, or you've been lonely in the presence of your soulmate. You've been lonely amongst friends. You've been lonely because you don't have friends. All of these reasons that you tell yourself why you're lonely. And loneliness has nothing to do with your circumstances, the amount of friends, whether you have a life partner. As you know, that's just the surface of the mind coming up with chatter and filling your mind with self-pity. That's not the cause of loneliness. Loneliness, in my opinion, is the distance that you feel between your personality and your soul. The personality can never feel connected to other people, to the universe, to God. It's a separate thing. However, your soul is at one with all the love in the universe. Your soul feels that your heart connection with every person. So really, like, it's learning how to drop identifying with your personality and saying, hello, soul, this is who I am. And then your heart opens and loneliness becomes a thing of the past. That's the story that I'm selling you today. For now, let's just start tapping. Wherever you are, drop in to loneliness. Let's make friends with it. Let's put our ear to its heart. What is loneliness saying? It's an aching, it's a longing. You might think it's a longing for someone special, but it's a longing deeper than just one relationship. It's a longing about having intimacy with you and love itself, the universe. Call it God, call it Source. So let's start tapping. Even though I feel lonely sometimes, maybe right now, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I feel lonely, maybe even bitter about being alone, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I feel lonely, I wish I was someplace else with someone else. I wish I could feel more love in my heart, more connected to universal love. I wish I could have somebody wrap their arms around me and hold me and whatever. Just allow your desires and your longing to speak as we choose to deeply and completely love and accept loneliness. As if we can wrap our own arms around it. Hello, loneliness. You have been a companion here and there, sometimes everywhere. And I feel how hard it is to long for companionship, to long for more connection in my life, and to feel utterly alone, cut off from love and intimacy. I long to be known, to have someone know me. I long to feel safe. I feel a lot of sadness about how alone I feel. All this sadness and grief about being alone. I choose to feel that sadness and honor it, let it flow through my heart. And that sadness may be accompanied by a story in my head about how I'm a bad person. That's why I'm not attracting love in my life. That's why I don't have more friends. Maybe you feel punished by God. Maybe I'm angry at God for cutting me off from other people and from love. As Linda Ronstadt sang, when will I be loved? All of this self-pity, all of this anger and frustration, and a sense of powerlessness, of helplessness, like, I've tried everything. There's nothing I can do to ease this loneliness. And of course, there is YouTube, Facebook, television, drugs, alcohol, busyness, workaholism. I've tried so many of those things, and I keep coming back to this dull ache in my heart, this longing in my mind. There's got to be something better. There's got to be something better than this noisy mind, this judgment in my head about something's wrong with me. What if I can just drop in a little deeper, as if the noisy mind and the story of self-pity and abandonment, that's what loneliness is about, feeling abandoned. What if this story of loneliness and abandonment is just up here on the surface? And what if I can drop my attention down into my body, down into my heart, and feel that my soul has everything? That my soul is standing under a waterfall of all the love in the universe. And my soul is filled and overflowing with love. I am willing to go there now. I'm willing to drop in to this deep intimacy I have with the universe. I am willing to drop into that place where I know I am never alone. I am one with love herself. I am one with God, Jesus, Mother Mary, extraterrestrials, angels, so much love and light around me and inside me. And as I surrender to that, loneliness just doesn't feel as painful. It doesn't feel as real. It's like watching a sad movie, thinking it's reality, and then realizing I can walk out of the theater and maybe go see a movie that's filled with love and romance and comedy and happiness. A movie that is created by my soul and by God working together. A fabulous co-production, a co-creation. And in this movie theater, I can smile at my loneliness. I can hug my personality. I can bless those feelings and let them fall away. Letting the story of me fade away. Bad me, poor me, alone me, deprived me. This story of me is what's creating loneliness. Because it's a story of a personality cut off from the rest of the world with a sense of separation from God. And it's just a movie. It's just a dream. And my eyes are opening now, feeling connected to the beauty of Mother Earth and nature, feeling at one with the peace in my soul, and yes, feeling my connection to humanity, to my brothers and sisters, to plants and animals and trees. I am one with all of life. And I choose to feel that and be that in body, mind, and spirit. I hope that helps. I hope that helps. I know that this can be a very deep wound, loneliness, and the stories around it that perpetuate the feeling. So may you have wonderful adventure in releasing the stories that perpetuate the feeling of being separate from others and from God. And if I can help you in any way with private session, I would be delighted to. And have a wonderful rest of your day or night. See how I can do this. Great. Adios.